Jonathan Ripley, 29. Nice enough fella, for a lawyer. Came up to the city to visit his girl. So why murder Jonathan Ripley? And who would be so cruel as to murder the poor bastard tonight? His 30th birthday. You're the prime suspects. All of you were here when it happened. But none of you saw who murdered Jonathan Ripley?
The lights were off.
How convenient. Now let me be perfectly clear. I don't trust any of you. I know who you are. I know your street names. Bridget, the backstabber Peters. Craig, Gunner. And you, Kate.
Will this take much longer, Detective? I do have places to be and people to see.
We're not going anywhere until I find out who murdered Jonathan Ripley. So I suggest you call your date and tell him you're gonna be late. Now start talking, sweetheart.
Well, I went out with some of my gals. Barbara, Lucy, the usual. Oh, and Bridget. I came home. John wasn't around, and I went straight to bed.
Without removing your makeup? Or your stockings? I ain't buying.
I ain't selling, Detective. I'm telling.
I think Miss Kate is telling you a little white lie, Detective.
Go on, Bridget.
I arrived here early in the afternoon. I approached the front door and as I did, heard John and Kate yelling. From what I could hear, John didn't want Kate to go out, and with good reason. He knew that Kate was having an affair. That's why she asked me to be her chaperone. She needed an alibi. I decided to leave the party early. I met Craig, who escorted me through town. Kate insisted I stay at her place because it was so much closer, and to help her cover her tracks. Later that evening, I heard Kate come home. She and John were fighting again. It was a horrible argument. That's when I heard John scream. I arrived just in time to see Kate pulling the bloody knife from John Ripley's chest.
I'm gonna have to stop you there, Bridgie.
Craig?
I think you forgot to mention a couple of details.
Keep talking, Gunner.
Well, the great Johnny Gatsby had no idea that Kate was with me.
Craig.
And Kate had no idea that John was with Bridget.
What? You backstabbing whore!
Comes with a name, sweetheart.
You'd think they'd know. But what can I say? I'm irresistible to the ladies. But I remember a time when it didn't matter who was with who. It was a hot summer's night. I held Kate in my arms, and Bridget's sweet whispers fell on the back of my neck. It was a time when love and passion were one and the same, when unspeakable visions came alive in a kiss. I'm telling you, Adams, there ain't nothing sweeter in this world than the love of two dames.
What the hell are you talking about, Craig?
That never happened.
Anything goes.
You can't just make things up, Gunner.
This is ludicrous. There are inconsistencies in all of your stories. Can none of you come up with a better alibi? For crying out. I want the truth, and if I don't get it, I'm going downtown, and I'm taking you all with me.
Oh, good. You can drop me off along the way.
That's it. You know what I think? I think you all did it. I guess the only way to find out for sure is to go to the source.
You can't do that, Adams.
Who killed you?
It was me.
You can't do that?
You're
It's
not
not fair.
supposed to ask the victim.
Okay, something else.
Name's in the hat. Who's detective?
Me?
Hit the lights.